Welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure. A little disclaimer. I repeated the fight against Arius, and this time I won. I recorded this in a separate bonus episode. And yeah. Defeating Arius gave Lloyd and the rest of the SSS a ton of experience points, which he is now 5 levels above where he was last time. And that's about it. Arius cheated his way to victory anyway. That's more than we're planning for. But get past this and we're home free. What do you say, kid? Ready to hit him that hurts? Charge in. We've identified the two fugitives. The first is former Revache executive Garcia Rossi, the second is Lloyd Bennett of the SS. Do not let them escape these prison grounds. The honor of the defense force depends on it.
Yes, sir.
Honor, eh? Wasn't where you had any. What? How did they make it down here so quickly? Sorry, but you're in our way. Why don't you fellas show me what you can do? My fist was your honor. Shots! Ah, missed. I just hope the captain wasn't a separate unit. Great. Oh, we actually did it. I have to say though, I'm impressed. You still pack a punch even after all this time in prison. Randy and the Red Constellation leaders are insanely strong too, but you're definitely no slouch. You're talking about the Scarlet Ogre, yeah? Zygmunt Orlando. He and I crossed paths all the time back in my Jäger days, so believe me when I say he's more monster than human. I had his little girl's a chip off the old block too. Yeah, when it comes to pure combat strength, she might be even more than a match for the society. Then again, one of her members in particular is more formidable than I can even comprehend. And you're seriously itching to break out of here to face them all head on? Talk about a light at the end of a tunnel. Well, that's the price of freedom. Closed off. There should be a way to unlock it nearby though. Maybe this has a nice room over there. Well, what are we waiting for? Can't use the elevator. Lloyd recovered his Enigma 2 and all the equipment and items that had been confiscated from him. There we go. I knew they had to be keeping all this stuff somewhere. My quarterstash is in here too. That's everything accounted for.
ほらさっさと行く
Hurry it up, kid.
兵士ども
You gotta move unless you want to get your ass thrown back in the cell. Right. Open sesame.
やった
Got it.
よし
Good.
とっととってるぞ
Now let's get the hell out of here.
Garcia.
Garcia?
慣れ合いは
Our
こ
little
こまで
partnership ends here.
ここから先
You're on your own now.
てめえ一人で行くんだな
Huh?
これでも一
Despite everything,
ルバ
I
ーチ
still got the responsibility as the leader of Revache's rank and file.
手下はも
Hell,
ち
not
ろん
just to them.
あの会
I
長
owe it to our Don as
放っ
well.
て逃げるわけにはいかな
I
い
can't just abandon them to save myself.
待ってくれ
Wait!
だったらどうし
Why
て
even
ここまで
help me
付き合っ
come
て
this
くれた
far if you had no intention of escaping?
それにい
You
くら
can't seriously think of facing the defense force alone. They're too much even for you.
だったら俺も
Let me...
履き違えるな
This
小僧
ain't your battle to fight, kid.
真実を見極
You
め
got a
る
truth to get to the
てめえは
bottom
そう
of.
言ったはず
You
だ
said it your own damn self.
捕まったんだ
Besides, the crew is waiting for you.
あのガキを
Not to
取り
mention
戻
that
すと
little girl of yours.
こんな場所
Do
で
you really have time to waste on a no-account convict like me?
ありがとう
Thank you, Garcia.
立ち場所
As a member of the
あ
CPD,
んたたちの
I
脱
can't
走
advocate you staging a breakout, so I guess all I can say is
どうか
take care of yourself. As if I need you to tell me that. Lloyd Bennings. That's some little brother he's left behind. The kid's got a good head on his shoulders. I give him that much.
いたぞ
Babies!
絶対に逃がす
Don't let him get away! Right there, want them.
このキリング
Bring it on! The killing bear's ready to maul your worthless asses! Watch over him,
エイ
Adius.
スの加護プレロマソウ
There's
がここ
pleroma grass blooming here too.
俺が捕まっ
Must
て
have happened while I was in custody.
咲き始めたってことかもしかして
Is this
キーヤにも
because of
関係しているの
Kia?
か全て
Everything begins once I cut my way through here.
とにかく一旦
For now, I have to focus on getting to the highway.
あらゆるルートを走
There is a path out of all of this. I know it. I just have to keep my wits about me. Garcia has left the party. No, I Have you changed monsters?
さあかかってこい
Not really. You are the same as
俺の
always.
番だってとよしまだまだいける
Are there new monsters here?
ストやっと
Oh, we didn't see you there.
しまった
Not good. I've got to break the line of sight somehow.
やり過ごさないと目標発見
Target confirmed.
ロイド・バニングス
It's
だ
Lloyd Bennings.
挟み撃ちにするぞ
Execute pincer formation. Damn it. No way around it. A training ground. Whoop. Their uniforms may be different, they're just as unshakable as ever.
どうする
Come on, Lloyd Bennings, you can do this! Fugitive spotted!
確保しろ
Capture him! Ambush!
速攻で蹴りをつけるそこだ行くぞ
Sorry guys, now I have armor.
任せてくれ任せてくれそこだ俺の番だな
And unlike my first playthrough, I did not forget to equip it. My best bet of sneaking across the city is going to be from the freight line.
とにかく何としても
Come hell or high water,
一緒に
I have to make it out of here in one piece, no matter what it
切り
takes.
抜けるんだ
That was a break.
なかなか見
A
上げたもん
commendable effort.
まさか
Would have thought a simple detective could hold so long against a born-again defense force. Isn't he a former teammate of Second Lieutenant Seekers? Maybe we shouldn't be so surprised.
よし
Enough talk, disarm him, now!
あまり傷つけ
Remember
た
our
ら
orders to take him alive. I
お断り
don't think so.
こいつ
Damn.
まだ動け
He
るの
can
か
still move?
わからんな
Help me understand.
どうしてそこ
Why
まで
bother
する
going this far?
どうやら
Can you just
新たな
unstomach your
ク
precious
ロスウェイの
crossbow
体制が気に
changing
食わ
so
んのだ
much?
お前一人
Wake
で
up!
抗って
No matter how much you struggle, you never make a difference all on your own.
それでも
That's not true.
それ
The only thing stopping us from making a difference is refusing to stand up and try.
何も変わらない流され
I
るだけじゃ
refuse
な
to
く
be swept away by this.
自分自身の目で
I refuse to just close my eyes and let the truth pass me by.
大切な
The
人たち
people I care about need
取り
me,
戻すためにも
and I swear I'd take them back.
俺は
So understand this. I will never give up. No matter how many times you knock me down, I won't surrender. You can break my legs, but I'll always get back on my feet. What's with this guy? What a shame. Charge him at my command, man. Let's see him get up after this. Aim for the legs! Don't back down, Lloyd. Not until the bitter end. Kia, Ellie, Theo, Randy, Vazi, Chief Sergey. Please, give me your strength. I'm disappointed in you. You seem to have forgotten to include someone in your prayer. What was that? It sounded coming from inside my head. What the? What? Leave now, soldiers of this false paradise. This man falls under my charge. Confounded beast! The crossbow defense force would never let themselves surrender to a mere cryptid! Well, must I repeat myself? No, that's quite all right. Retreat! It would seem I gave him a great deal more shock than I had intended. It's been ages since I assumed this form after all. Perhaps I may have forgotten just how to restrain myself. There are so many things I could say about this right now. But I'll keep it short and ask just one question. And that would be... What the hell, Sight? How is your timing always with God? A holy beast sent by Adios. You? Well, that is not entirely correct. It would be simple if you think of me in such terms. You already know of the sectarians bestowed upon mankind by the grace of a goddess in times past. We holy beasts are tasked with keeping vigil over those treasures, as well as their keepers. And there's a glitch somewhere in that loop. When you say we, does that include the dragon that appeared during the Libel incident? An excellent deduction. That dragon is known as Ragnar. He is indeed one of my brethren. He remained in the land now known as Libel for centuries to observe the Septarian of space. However, even I am unaware of his current location, now that his oath has been fulfilled. This is all a little tough to follow. But would that mean you've been here in Crossbow since the distant past yourself? That is correct. I have dwelt in this land since before the Great Collapse, over 1200 years ago. As for a reason, the Septarian of Mirage vanished from its domain, as well as the actions man took in their misguided attempts to revive it. The over-knowledge that I hold, to a certain extent. Most think the others and I never had the means to unearth on our own. The Septarian of Mirage, gifted by the goddess and inherited by the Croix family. Why did it disappear? And why does Kia of all people bear the burden of trying to replace it? Please, Said, I have to know the truth. Not just about what happened 1200 years ago, but how it relates to what Kia went through 700 years later. Very well. I presented myself in this form with every intention of telling you. The Septarian that ideas bestowed upon this land. Its name was Demiurgos, the treasure that governed the power of Mirage. Mirage is the element that controls perception and cognition, so too does it hold dominion over causality. A portion of its land's people had a goal for its power, and at the center of their shared aspirations was the Croix family. That goal was to unseat Adius as a supreme deity, and lure the god that could walk amongst mankind. A god who could guide his people through empathy and infinite wisdom. A god that could change the very fabric of fate itself. On the surface, its power resembles that of the Aureole, which could grant man's desires without end. However, Demiurgos was bestowed with a high-minded dignity, and so was not subject to the same faults as the Shining Ring. Within it was a wisdom and judgment to guide humanity without corrupting it in the process. In wielding this power, Demiurgos was thus capable of shepherding mankind onto its proper path. And it would have done so, had its own heart not reached its limit. The world is an irrational place, and the people who live upon it are comprised of their numerous natures and deeds. To understand them and steer their course, the Septarian required a sense of empathy, just as humans have. With time, that empathy deteriorated Demiurgos' heart, giving way to an enervating anguish. It feared that if things continued, it would come to harm those it sought to protect. Thus, with a heavy heart, it steered its resolve and made its decision. And so, by unthreading the nexus of its own causality, the Septarian of Mirage disappeared from this world. So that's what happened. But what about the people left behind? What did they do? In the wake of Septarian's departure, they were left bewildered, sorrowed, and frightened. But instead of reflecting upon the motivations behind Demiurgos' choice, they strayed from the path it had sought to lead them onto. Thereafter, those zealots became obsessed with creating an entity commensurate to the Septarian they had lost. In the beginning they were clueless, merely stumbling through the darkness. But after 700 years, they had gathered enough knowledge to not only develop, but master their own unique practice. Alchemy, a magical art capable of giving form to the formless. It was then that a grand plan was formulated. They founded the cult as a pawn to play from the shadows, then entrusted them with rearing the future core of a new Septarion. The land, of course, would then need to be primed for the grand ceremony, the pinnacle of alchemical transmutation. These are the measures outlined by the alchemists of the Croix family several hundred years ago. To ensure the plan was financially feasible, the Croix family adopted a public image as prestigious bankers. Meanwhile, the cult began the steps to eventually awaken the core that had become the object of their worship. Now, 500 years later, we have arrived in our current predicament. It's also unbelievable. But I feel like I can finally grasp the big picture. Zeit. Maria Bell called Kia the Septarion of Zero. What did she mean by that? Does it make her different from the Septarion of Mirage? Unfortunately, I don't have the answer you seek. It could be that the Croix family made an unexpected discovery as the 1200-year delusion began to materialize. If that is the case, they may not have created an entity to equal Demiurgos. That is to say, the Septarion of Zero may very well surpass the might of the original. The Iron of White is one such example. The power it demonstrated was not that of its own, but rather of the Septarion. However, the Septarion of Mirage could possess the ability to manipulate reality so instantaneously. That faculty is more akin to a different higher element. Space. Assuming there's even more to their artificial Septarion than we currently know, I cannot begin to fathom what it may be capable of. I was afraid you'd say that. There's one more thing I'd like to ask. Based on what you've told me, Kia, she isn't really human, is she? She is, and yet she is not. Kia is a synthetically created being, designed to serve as the core of a manufactured Septarion. She is most likely homunculus, as was created through advanced transmutation. Kia probably realized the truth herself a long time ago. And yet, never once did she stop smiling for us. Kia.